Friends, this story takes us to a small, quiet town nestled between hills. In this town lived a young woman named Meera. She was not rich, not powerful, and not someone the world would notice, but her heart was filled with kindness. Meera worked as a potter. Every day, she molded clay with her hands and sold pots in the village market. Whatever little she earned, she used carefully. For her home, for her old father, and sometimes for strangers. One summer, the town faced a terrible drought. The rivers dried up, the wells went empty, and the sun seemed to burn the land itself. Water became more precious than gold. The village elders announced, "Use water only when needed. Don't waste even a single drop." People started locking their pots. Even friends began refusing to share water. But Meera didn't change. One evening, as she walked home, she saw a thirsty dog lying on the roadside, its tongue out, barely breathing. She had only one pot of water left for the night. Her father was old, and he needed it too. She looked at the dog, then at the pot. Without thinking, she poured water into a bowl and kept it in front of the dog. The animal drank every drop and looked at her with grateful eyes before slowly walking away. When she reached home, her father asked, "Did you get the water?" She nodded, hiding the empty pot behind her. That night, they managed without it. The next day, she gave her only pot of water to a tired traveler. The day after, to a mother holding a crying baby. Days passed, and her neighbors called her foolish. "What will you get by helping others?" they asked. But Meera would just smile and say, "When someone is thirsty, it doesn't matter whose pot it is. Water is life, and life is to be shared." One afternoon, a royal messenger arrived in the village. He announced, "The king is ill. The royal doctors say he needs water from a pure-hearted person's home. Not from gold cups or royal lakes, but from a pot touched by kindness." Everyone in the village brought their cleanest, biggest pots. Meera stood silently in the back with her only old, cracked pot, the one she had used to serve others. When the royal servant dipped a ladle into Meera's pot and poured the water into a glass, something strange happened. The water sparkled, clear, cool, and glowing with a light no one could explain. The servant looked at her in surprise. "This is the water we've been searching for," he whispered. That evening, Meera was called to the palace. The king, who had not smiled in days, drank from her pot and smiled at once. He said, "This water is not ordinary. It carries the spirit of someone who puts others first. Tell me your name." She bowed and said, "My name is Meera, your majesty. I'm just a potter." The king replied, "From this day, Meera, you are not just a potter. You are the heart of this kingdom. We need more people like you." He gifted her a new home, a well of her own, and a promise that her father would always be taken care of. But Meera didn't stop there. She used her gift to build a free water point for travelers, animals, and poor villagers. Her pot was still old, still cracked, but it became a symbol of kindness, because it never stayed full for long, and it was never empty of love. Friends, remember this: kindness is never wasted. Like water in Meera's pot, it may disappear quickly, but it leaves behind life, hope, and blessings. You may feel small, like your acts of good don't matter, but God watches every drop you pour into someone else's life. And when the time is right, those drops return as rivers of joy. So keep doing good, keep giving, because karma always finds its way back.